Operation Floodgate is a 4-boss dungeon introduced in Season 2 of The War Within. Set within the Waterworks Dam, players are tasked with thwarting a mad scientist's scheme to divert energy for nefarious purposes. Prototype Mecha Big Mama, piloted by Silva Stratospark, is the first boss you'll encounter on your way into the Waterworks. Silva may hope to command an army of mecha drones, but if you burn those down, you'll find yourself pushing Big Mama into a massive damage amp phase herself instead. Mecha drones. Defeat these flying ads to trigger Jumpstart, a phase that amplifies damage dealt to the boss, but also inflicts pulsing damage to the party. Sonic Boom, a directable energy pulse wave aimed towards a selected player. Anyone caught within the waves will be silenced and dragged in the same direction. The targeted player should react quickly and face the Sonic Boom towards a wall, while the remaining group members scoot away from its location. Electro Crush, a tank buster requiring defensive cooldowns to mitigate. Excessive Electrification. Following her jumpstart phases, the boss drops an expanding electric field. Move out promptly to avoid any excess damage in an already intense fight. Kiloblock Barrier. If the drones are alive for too long, MOMMA activates a reflective shield that also reduces her damage taken by a whopping 80%. The drones themselves have the following abilities. Maximum Distortion. Interrupt this cast to prevent pulsing damage waves and knockbacks to the whole group. Doomstorm. Bait this strafing run into walls to control its path and avoid the ground-targeted circles. The second encounter is a dastardly team of brains and brawn known as the Demolition Duo. Geezle lives for absolute destruction of the arena around her, while Bront is the haphazard cleanup crew. Geezle's mechanics are BBBFG, a frontal attack with a nasty displacement component. Watch for the clear ground indications and sidestep to avoid. Big Bada Boom, deploys bombs around the area. You'll have 30 seconds to defuse them all. Kinetic Explosive Gel. This 12-second dot serves as a handy bomb removal tool. When dispelled, it detonates, neutralizing nearby bombs but releasing avoidable shrapnel. Bront's mechanics are Barreling Charge. Bront's first 2 charges will target random players, while his third in the set will always pick the tank. Utilize this charge to direct Bront into any remaining bombs, knocking them away and defusing any bombs in his path. Wallop, a tank buster dealing heavy physical damage and knocking the target upward. The third boss, Swampface, was once a hibernating beast slumbering in the Floodgate Dam's waters. Now the commotion around the dam has brought him to the surface in a groggy rage. To tackle this fight cleanly, pick a direction. We like left, and move with your partner to avoid all the nasty mechanics Swampface will throw at you. Sludge Claws, a tank buster that both deals significant damage and applies the healing absorb. Tanks should plan to use defensive cooldowns, and healers must react quickly to remove the absorb. Razor Choke Vines. The vines tether 2 players together, dealing damage over time and restricting movement. Any player moving more than 14 yards apart from their vine partner causes a snapback effect. Paired players should coordinate movements to stay within range, especially during other mechanics. Awaken the Swamp. Swampface slams the ground, dealing nature damage to all players and causing skewering roots to erupt. From those roots, rushing tidal waves flush outwards, damaging and displacing any player in their path. Mudslide, a wide frontal attack that players need to sidestep with a quickness. Deep within the inner workings of the Waterworks Dam, final boss Geezle Gigazap siphons power from Undermine itself for his own secret project. Use puddles of water from the destabilized dam above to protect your friends from Geezle's electric attacks. Turbocharge, a healing-intensive area of effect attack that includes Turbo Bolt, which are vivid, dodgeable lines on the ground. Players can bait these lines for easier avoidance. Move those feet or you'll quickly find yourself Gigazapped. Dam. The structure shakes, causing falling rubble and water. Avoid these hazards as they appear. The water will be utilized later. Thunder Punch, a tank buster that knocks back the target and applies a brief electrified debuff. Tanks, be aware of your positioning and stay away from any clean puddles of water. Your group needs these to handle Leaping Sparks. Leaping Sparks, roving electric orbs that fixate on players, dealing significant nature damage and stunning for 8 seconds upon contact. Kite them through water puddles to neutralize them, turning the water into electrified zones. Gigazap, a nasty dot placed on 2 players that when it expires will electrify any water you're touching with the circle. By understanding and managing these mechanics, players can successfully navigate Operation Floodgate and thwart Geezle Gigazap's plans, returning electricity to undermined citizens. For more in-depth information on useful abilities and pathing, check out the weekly route at RaiderIO. If you enjoyed this guide, please like and subscribe for more Season 3 content from The War Within.